Let's get some calls going. Yo, what's up, guys? We're gonna make some more offer calls. Hopefully, we get some more people on the phone. We'll see though. Who should we get after? Trying to get this seller finance call on the phone. But been a little bit difficult to get her on the phone. I think we're gonna do some new leads we got today. These are all gonna be like lead detector leads. So basically meaning, people that came onto our website, they didn't fill out a form or anything like that, but we've got lead detector technology that kind of basically kind of track people's IPs or something like that. I don't know how it works. It's not my area of expertise, but we get pretty solid leads from it. He didn't answer. Alright, well, this guy doesn't want to talk. That's alright. We'll find someone else. There's an Atlanta, Georgia lead. This one's South San Francisco, I think. Yeah, South San Francisco. Send it to my boy Walkley. We got Zillow's giving it close to $2 million. Let's see what we can do here. Georgina. So basically treat these like cold call leads. And they're coming through lead detector. Got the voicemail. Let's try it again. Hey Georgina, this is Daniel. I was calling you about your home in South San Francisco. I was just curious if you were interested in selling. If you are, I'd love to kind of chat about it, see if it's a fit to work together. The best phone number to reach me at is 305-990-8269. Thanks. I need to start scheduling some appointments for this time. Typically we do them a little bit earlier in the day, but we've got a couple people. Let's see when this appointment is. That's tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get Vita. She's got the seller finance properties. See if we can have a conversation with her. So we've had that guy. See if we can talk to Fred Pearson. Cool. This guy's more of like an offer eventually type of lead. So not super hot lead, but might be some potential there. Pretty nice area of Tallahassee. Kind of like northeast Tallahassee. 3 years.
Fred Pearson. Please feel free to leave me a message. Fred Pearson. Please feel free to leave me a message. I will return your call at the very first opportunity. I hope you have a very pleasant day. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Fred, this is Daniel Oakes. I was giving you a call about your home in Tallahassee. I wanted to see if you were still interested in selling, and if you had a few minutes to talk. My phone number is 305-990-8269. Would love to chat if you're still interested in selling. Thanks. Maybe we'll call a couple of realtors or something like that. I had a couple where I was waiting for sub 2 requests to see if they were interested. Let's hop back to these at all. Alright, so some of these are basically some people that have low equity in their home. So we're interested in kind of purchasing them creatively, seeing if we can take over the mortgage, give them a small payoff or something like that. A lot of these people, like this one I'm looking at in Ormond Beach right now, they weren't able to get it sold on market. So I'm gonna actually skip trace them and do that at a different time, because if the realtor is not involved, then we can cut out that 3% commission, and it's going to make it a lot nicer. Okay, so we've got this one. Let's see what their equity's at. Yeah, so they had purchased $247,000 back in August. They listed it at $300,000, but they haven't really had any activity on it. So let's see if we can give them a call. I don't know if I can actually call because my phone's using my camera. Oh, here we go. Call from my phone number.
You're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey Billy, this is Daniel Oakes. I was calling about one of your listings in Riviera Beach. I had a few questions about it. I'm a broker here in Florida. Wanted to talk a little bit more about it. for one of my clients. If you could shoot me a text or give me a call back, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Try to keep it pretty vague when I'm calling these realtors. You know, if I tell them I'm a broker, you know, I'm looking for a property there, they're more likely to call me back. If you kind of hit them with the I'm an investor right away, a lot of these realtors will just blow you off. Alright, so this is a seller. They bought this in 2021, $255. They originally listed it for $414 in October. They still have not sold. They're still on market. They've got motivated seller in their listing. It's a property in Port Charlotte. So this would be a pretty good property to make them some type of offer on. Hey, is this Kurt? Fucking prick. Hey, is this Kurt?
Hello, speaking.
Hey, Kurt, this is Daniel Oakes. I was calling about your listing in Port Charlotte.
Okay, which one?
Yeah, it's 3365 Conway Boulevard.
Okay,
Awesome. I had a couple of questions. Do you have a few minutes?
sure. I got a couple.
Okay, I'll make it quick. You know,
Okay.
just I have a client that's interested, and would love to kind of discuss a little bit more. They were interested in like creative offers, so they wanted to see if there was a loan that they could potentially take over as part of the purchase.
Yeah, this is not going to work for that. This is a divorced couple that are living in the house until they sell it, and they have a mortgage, so there's not going to be any of that cooperative stuff going on. They both don't like each other and can't wait to get away from each other, and that's not going to work.
Okay, are they interested in cash offers then?
They are, but the problem is that they got to get to a certain level because they only owned the house for a couple of years. They got a pretty high mortgage, so it's going to be pretty close to what the list is right now.
Okay. Do you know, I mean, that's why we were kind of interested in the mortgage because we had seen that they just purchased it pretty recently. But, okay.
Yeah, they're not in a position to do any kind of creative financing. They want to each get whatever they're going to get out of the sale and move.
Yeah, and so if we pay them, you know, some cash on top of their mortgage so that they can move, is that, you know, not an option, or can you run it by them?
The problem is that it's going to have to be close to what the asking is right now because that's their bottom line, and they have a marital agreement about splitting whatever the proceeds are, and it's just not going to. I've been down this road 100 times already, and it's just not going to fly unless you're real close to the listing.
Gotcha. Well, can you give me a sense of how much they have on their mortgage so I can kind of run it by my clients and see if they'd even be close?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure, but I think it's within 60 or 70,000 of the listing price, and that's just a guess on my part right now.
Okay. I mean, that's within 20%, so it seems like it might be competitive. Are you willing to kind of look into that a little bit more for us and see if we can look at like the most recent mortgage statement?
So at the end of the day, they need to come up. It needs to be at about where the listing price is, the total amount. You take over the mortgage or whatever, but they're not going to hold the mortgage. They're divorced, so they're ready, both ready to pack their bags and move away from each other.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, and they've been on market for quite some time, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't want to be together for one more second than they have to be. So.
Okay. Well, would you
right.
mind asking them then?
What's that?
Would you mind just asking them to see if we can get a copy of the most recent mortgage statement and potentially make them an offer?
Okay.
I can check, but I will check and have to call you back. And it's probably not going to be tonight. It'll be probably tomorrow at some point.
Okay. Yeah, that's totally fine. No rush on our end, but if we can make them an offer that works, it seems like it would be something they might be interested in. So.
All right. Well, text me just because I'm getting ready to go play tennis. Text me if you would your request and your information, and I will look into it tomorrow, and I'll get back to you. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks, Kurt.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good
bye.
one. These realtors, man. All right, so we need to send this guy a text. All right, but I mean that's a pretty good lead. Like you got two people divorced, for some reason still co-inhabiting and living there. Like I said, they've been on market for what is that? 7 months now? 8 months? 8 months. They've dropped the price already. 330. What would they at? What would they start at? Yeah, they've already dropped the price like $80,000. They can drop it another $20,000. It isn't selling for that. It's a pretty cool property too. It's got waterfront. I don't know if it's boatable, but it's definitely got a ravine in the back. So we will see. I'll shoot him a text in a little bit. That's kind of what we're looking for is some type of motivating factor in there. Been on market. If we're talking to on market people, typically we want to be a minimum 60 days on market, ideally longer. This next person I'm going to call, they've been on market 122 days. For some reason, yes, they purchased it December 2021 for $485. Right now they're listed at $499. Perfect lead. They've dropped the price $51,000. That's pretty much a break even, especially if they use like a VA or FHA. They're also offering some warranties. Looks like everything's kind of remodeled on it. No HOA fees, which I like. This one's in Venice. Good area. I would tour it next time I'm in Sarasota, so let's see what we can do here. Sometimes with these realtors, you gotta kind of coach them through. I said, talked with my boy Ben Marsh a little bit ago. He was telling me that I gotta be coaching these guys more if I'm gonna be talking to them, because if this realtor wants to get paid, you better make a sale soon or they're going to get a new realtor.
I'm not able to get to the phone right now, so leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Hey Kathleen, this is Daniel Oakes. I was calling about your listing 5196 Albion Road in Venice, Florida. Had a couple of questions about it. I have some clients that are interested in purchasing more creatively, seeing if they can take over a mortgage. It looks like your home kind of listing might be a fit if your clients have a mortgage. Just kind of seeing based on where they sold it and where they're listed at now. So I'd love to kind of ask you a few questions about it, see if it's something that we can make you an offer on. If you could give me a call back or shoot me a text, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. That's a pretty dang good lead. Alright. Typically for realtors, I'm only calling once. I'll leave a voicemail as if I'm representing someone. It's kind of an advantage to having your broker's license or having your license. is you can be a little bit more, you call it sneaky, or I don't know, I would be selling it to someone else most likely. So yeah, this is another great lead. Bought July 2021. You got 340,000 when they purchased it. Right now they're listed at 372. For some reason they went down in price and they went up in price. I don't know how that one really works. Maybe they went under contract with someone and then tried to re-raise it. I don't get why people think they can like re-raise a price. Like, who's gonna pay that higher amount? Not me. But
Remax Anchor. If you are calling to schedule a showing, please use the showing time app located on the MLS listing, or feel free to call the office 941-205-2004. If you have any questions or concerns, please email home@grant-team.com. Thanks and have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Christopher, my name is Daniel Oakes. I'm with Bayshore Brokers. I have some clients that may be interested in your listing, 2112 Jacob Street in Port Charlotte. Wanted to ask you a few questions, see if it might be a fit for them. If you could shoot me a text or give me a call back, I would appreciate it. Thank you. I need to memorize the phone number I'm calling from. That's a bummer. Not too much of a bummer. One of a Miami property that I was trying to put under contract. She just told me I'm gonna list it with my agent. Kind of knew she was leaning that way. She was not a big fan of our contract, so I told her to send over one. And then she kind of bounced from it. But whatever. I'm gonna do about like 5 more minutes. Maybe try to get one more realtor on the phone. Even realtors these days don't answer their phones though. It's crazy. So many wholesalers calling, you know? Yeah, this is a great lead. February 2022, purchased for $148. Now it's March 2024, and they're listed at $170 currently. They just dropped the price back. It's been on market 201 days. They haven't dropped the price since March 14th. They've been firm there. It's probably a reason they're firm there, you know. Their mortgage is probably, you know, if they want to walk away with $10K or something like that, there's probably not much room. So, let's see. I like to always just kind of scan the listing, make sure they're not mentioning anything. Some of these people will just like outright stop it there. And if that's the case, then I'm going to go directly to the seller instead of wasting my time with a realtor that's, you know, not actually trying to help their client. It's all about finding a solution, you know?
number and a brief message, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you, and have a great day.
Hey, Nicholas. This is Daniel Oakes with Bayshore Brokers. I was calling about your listing 1742 Mango Street in Port Charlotte. I have a client that's interested. They wanted to ask a few questions, so I was giving you a call to discuss. They're interested in more of kind of creative type of purchases. Seems like your property may be a good fit, or your listing there. So I wanted to discuss a little bit when you have some time. If you could shoot me a text or give me a call back, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, so this one already went pending. And these lists are pretty easy to build if you want some of these lists. I mean, it's basically, you can use Zillow. Honestly, you can use Zillow. You can also use like PropWire. Okay, I like this property. What are we talking about here? So we've got a Sarasota waterfront, sold for $3.25. Currently, they are listed at $2.99. They are struggling to sell. They purchased this in 2021. I don't know how that happened. Sarasota markets normally, I mean, it's like still rising in places. It definitely had some dips, but this was a very nice property, waterfront with the pool. I know the Sarasota area well, so I'm gonna actually look up the area and see if I can use that to my advantage. We're talking right on Siesta Key. Oh, I know exactly where this is. We boat. My family boats right next to this all the time, so I can check this out very easily. Let's see if we can get Judy on the phone. Judy's struggling to get this one sold. Maybe I'll come at it as my father's looking for a new home. Hi, I was calling.
Hello, Judy Bird.
Hey, Judy, this is Daniel Oakes with Bayshore Brokers. I was calling
Hi,
you.
Dan.
Yeah, hi, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm just about to step into a client's house, though. How can I help you?
Yeah, I can call you back another time if that's better. I was just calling about your listing 3532 Flamingo Ave.
The Blue House, right?
Yeah, waterfront there, kind of right next to Roberts Bay.
Yeah. I mean, you can ask me a quick question before I step into their house.
Yeah, so I'm actually calling for my father. He lives on Philippi Creek, so not too far away, but he's looking for a new property. Wanted to see if there was any chance that there was a mortgage that might be able to be taken over as part of the purchase.
Danny, I don't know. I actually have to call those clients. I had someone else ask me the same thing. I'll tell you what, do me a favor. Go ahead and text me your contact information. I'm stepping into a client's house, and I've got to get down to Miami first thing in the morning. So just send me a text, and I'll make the call on the way down to Miami.
Okay, perfect.
Okay?
Awesome.
That's great. Well, thanks for calling.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
My pleasure. You too.
Cool. I think we'll do two more. Got a couple more minutes before I gotta head over there. Yeah, but this is a sick property. Plus, I mean, they're $251,000 under where they bought it for. So they're losing money on this one way or another. I don't really know what their problem is. Maybe it's just poorly listed, or maybe they bought it in 2021, so they might have just been buying like how people were buying in 2021, which is not very smart. They're overpaying, and a lot of those people are in trouble now because if you overpay 10%, and the market goes up, 15%, but then drops down 10%, you're at negative 5% equity, which is kind of where they're sitting. So she's headed over to Miami, so I know that drive very well. All right, Northport property. What are we looking at here? Purchased $275, January of 2022. Currently listed at $300,000. We started by listing it at about $350. So they do not have much equity in this at all, if any. This may basically be a break even. 2005 build. Looks pretty nice. It looks like they replaced, roof, HVAC. Oh, they're replacing the HVAC right now. Maybe we can save them from doing that. Hello?
This is Tessa.
Hi, Tessa. This is Daniel Oakes with Bayshore Brokers. I was calling
Yes,
about.
hi.
Hi. I was calling about your listing in Northport, 1851 Clarinet Ave.
Yes.
Awesome. Did I catch you at a good time? You have a few minutes?
Yeah, I have a couple minutes. What's up?
Okay. Yeah, I'll make it quick. I have a client that was interested in it. They're looking to purchase a little bit more creatively. And so they were curious if there was a mortgage that
No.
No
They
mortgage?
have no interest in carrying a seller financing of any sort. None.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be seller finance. Do they have a mortgage?
They do have a mortgage, and it is not assumable. I've already asked.
Okay. Would they be interested in doing it subject to?
No, they are not. Because, again, the subject to is them having all the liability. They may as well keep it as a rental property if they're going to keep all the liability.
I mean,
But I appreciate the call and the interest. If you have somebody who can get legitimate financing or, a cash buyer, it's a great property for sure. And they're getting ready to put an HVAC unit in the next week as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, okay. Well, good luck with the listing.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
See, that's a realtor that not trying to help her client. I gotta push back more on that, though. I'll say it's a bad. Alright, and then we're gonna do one last call right here. And we'll end it. What do we got? Rotonda West. 123 days on market. So that's frustrating when that client, realtor has doesn't want to help her clients get it sold. You're on the market for forever. There's a reason it ain't selling.
Hesse with Paradise Exclusive Real Estate. Your call is very important to me, so at the tone, please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and I will return your call at first opportunity. Thank you, and have a great day.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey Terry, this is Daniel Oakes with Bayshore Brokers. I have some clients interested in your listing on Oakland Hills Court in Rotonda West. Wanted to chat a little bit about it, see if it might be a fit for them. If you could give me a call back or shoot me a text, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Keep that vague. Alright, cool. But, that's a little walkthrough of kind of how you guys should be reaching out to realtors and stuff like that. Obviously could be some better conversations there, could have pushed back on some people a little bit more. But a lot of those people, if the realtor's not interested, we'll skip trace and we'll talk directly to the seller. If your realtor's not finding you a solution, come talk to an investor. Maybe we have a solution for you. Maybe it's not all the money up front. Maybe it's a little seller finance. Maybe it's taking over your mortgage. It's a little bit risky, but ultimately, there's not a ton of risk on the seller. There's more risk on the buyer. If it gets called due, they got to either refinance or, they're going to lose it or sell it. I guess they could just bail, but then all of their down payment and everything like that, they just throw that away. So, cool. You guys feel free to reach out to me if you guys need any help with anything. If you have any leads, or properties under contract you need help with dispo, I'm happy to help, especially if it's in Florida. So feel free to reach out. See you guys hopefully tomorrow, but for sure later this week.